darkness, the Ring Raiders prepare to take off. Battle stations were under attack. Blaster on! Fire! Missiles launched. Mission accomplished. Raiders, the command is in your hands.
Planes and blasters sold separately.
Alright, hey guys, and welcome back, as this week I'm taking a look at a rather obscure toy line, the Ring Raiders by Matchbox. Ring Raiders were released in 1989 by Matchbox. The main concept behind the toy line was a series of miniature fighter planes attached to a clear peg connected to a ring you could wear on your finger, battle command device, or remove completely to display on its own. With the success of Galoob's Micro Machines line taking off, this was Matchbox's attempt at the miniature toy market craze that was sweeping the nation. Set in the far-off future of 1998, the world is on the verge of all-out war. An evil organization dedicated to world domination, known only as the Skull Squadron, led by their evil leader Scorch, is a team of genetically enhanced renegade pilots left bitter and twisted by the cruelties of war, whose planes can travel through time and plan on using this power to take over the world. In a counter-effort to stop the world from being dominated by the evil Skull Squadron, the nations of the world banded together to create the Justice Air Carrier, a carrier that is able to travel through time in the hopes of recruiting the best planes and pilots throughout history, past, present, and future, to form the Ring Commanders. Ring Commanders each have their own unique special signal ring which they can use when the going gets too tough against the Skull Squadron by saying, "The command is in my hands," and inserting the ring into the control panel and unlocking the plane's special abilities, like stronger armor, faster speed, and enhanced weaponry. These additional powers are risky to use and only last a short time because the pilot is connected to the plane through his mind via a neural link, and prolonged use can prove disastrous for the pilot. There was a 2-hour pilot episode that was produced in 1989, The Ring of Fire, but never saw syndication, and all 5 episodes were released directly to VHS. A full line of toys was produced for the series, with the planes being packaged in a 4-pack, each with their own mini-comic providing the backstory, and a later series even came packaged with a wearable medal in the Air Awards series. There was also a Battle Blaster, a wearable electronic sound effect machine that you could attach your planes to, as well as the Wing Command display stand that allowed you to display up to 12 of your planes at once. 4 playsets were also produced: the Skybase Freedom, Skybase Courage, the Air Carrier Justice, and the Skull Squadron Mobile Base, as well as a host of other merchandise ranging from lunchboxes to full-scale model kits made by Revell and sold overseas in France. There was also a 6-part comic book series produced in the UK by Fleetway Comics. Although the Ring Raiders had an all-star cast of voice actors, animators, and writers, the series was grounded before it could ever take off. Most TV networks just couldn't get on board with the bizarre concept of the show and didn't feel the wearable toys would catch on with viewers. Due to a lack of advertising, mainly because of the series never making it to syndication, the Ring Raiders' flight to success instead became a one-way ticket to obscurity, with no plans of continuing the toys or episodes into 1990.
Alright, so now let's take a look at some of the Ring Raiders fighter planes that I have in my collection. Now I have a good assortment here of the Ring Raiders heroic fighter planes and the evil Skull Squadron fighter planes, as well as a couple duplicates and one example off the ring to show you what that looks like, as well as the Ring Raiders bonus collector comic book, and this one is entitled Winner Takes Nothing. Now right off the bat, for a free little included mini comic book, I have to say the coloring and the artwork looks really nice, and inside it's actually a pretty decent little mini comic. We open up inside to see the top commanders in Winner Takes Nothing. A secret weapon satellite has landed in the desert. If the Skull Squadron gets it before the Ring Raiders, they'll be unstoppable. So the race to the satellite was on. Yakamura and Thundercloud cut off Blackjack and Wraither. Cub Jones took Chiller out of the running. I've won, Vector. Your last missile missed me. The satellite is mine. But Victor hadn't aimed the missile at Scorch. You won the race, Scorch, but your prize is blown to bits. I'll get you next time, Vector. So we see some really nice artwork and coloring for just a little tiny mini comic that comes with it. I think it's pretty high quality. And then at the end here, you have this little insert as well that shows how you can attach the planes to the rings, as well as adjusting the size to fit your finger, and also that way it can double as a display stand for your Ring Raiders plane. On the back here, we have a description of the Ring Raiders, telling you to put the command in your hands, and we have a nice little mix of all the different 4-packs you can get for the Ring Raiders and the Skull Squadron fighters. Now, the Ring Raiders I have here, they are a mix of Commander Yakamura's Valor Wing, Commander Cub Jones' Hero Wing, and Skull Leader Wraither's Vulture Wing. So those are the planes that I have in my collection. They're kind of a mix from different 4-packs. And then on the back here, we have some really nice full-color photographs of all of the different toys that you can get for the Ring Raiders series, from play sets to the battle blasters to the display stands. So really nice. This is a really nice little insert that, you know, is a mini comic as well as a advertisement. So that's a nice little add-in that they have here. So first, let's take a look at some of the good Ring Raiders planes that I have here. Now this one, I believe, this is one of the fighter planes from Commander Cub Jones, and what a cool looking plane this is. Has this beautiful orange and black tiger striping design. You have the Ring Raiders logo up on the tail fin as well as on the wing. You can see the little missiles that it has around the sides and the front. The blue cockpit with the black nose. And all of the good Ring Raiders, they would have these gold-colored rings with the yellow sticker on the side, and then you can place them up like this. Sometimes they're a little hard to balance, and that's how they will stand as a little stand, which looks nice. Or you can always just put them up the way that they're intended. You can change them in any type of direction that you want, so that way when you wear them, which of course this is really not going to fit me. Well, there we go, it fits on my pinky kind of. And that's what it looks like when you put the little planes, the little Ring Raiders on your hand there. So pretty neat. You can, you know, fly around and pretend they're flying. So it's a neat concept. I mean, growing up, I always thought these toys were really weird. I would see them around and they never really caught my eye, just because it was bizarre that they were rings that you wore. But they are cool. You know, they're definitely a cool oddity to collect for, and I really like the different styles of planes, and there's something that would really fit well into the Micro Machines universe without the rings. So I just think they're really neat. They're a very unique and different toy line. So that's this guy, this little orange plane. Let's take a look at these other two that I have of the good Ring Raiders. And these were from Yakamura. Let's bring them both over. Oh, we'll bring the one over here at a time first. And this one's a neat little plane because it has some really nice coloration to it. You have this red and white color scheme. Almost looks like a snake going across the wings. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but a nice gold and black stripe. The blue nose cone with the darker blue cockpit, and the white striping on the tail fins as well as through the fuselage. And yeah, this is a nice little plane. Looks kind of like a stealth bomber or something. You have the bombs there, much wider wingspan. So maybe like a Corsair or something like that, but very cool. Really like the coloration there. Another neat addition to the series. And we'll put him back over there. Hopefully he'll stand up. Whoop. These stands really don't work the best, but They try. And then here we have another one that kind of looks a little similar just because of the all-red color scheme, but still a nice looking plane. I think I might like this one a little bit better just because of the yellow striping you have on the all-red body. You have the Ring Raiders logo, of course, on the main fins and the tail fin. I like how the wings are inverted. That looks really cool. So it looks like a very sleek stealth fighter. The back engine, and let's see, only really has these little tiny nubs on the side to indicate that there's any guns. You barely can see them, but still a really, really nice looking little plane, and a very original and unique color design. So a lot of these seem to be all red, but that's just that one main series. So pretty neat. And then we'll put him back over there. Now let's take a look at some of the Skull Squadron, guys. And these were all from the Wraithers unit of the bad guys. Now these all have just a black ring, and check that out. They got a cool little purple skull on the side there. And this one here is all black and gray with this camo zigzag pattern, the Z35. Got the red cockpit, the stickers on the wings, the blue nose, the purple nose cone, and just really, really nice. This really gives off the image of a bad guy, you know, just causing trouble. And very cool. This is a cool looking little fighter plane. I think that looks really neat. I really like the zigzag pattern on the back too. I think that's really, really cool. So fun design there. And some of these guys, the way that they're weighted, you really have to tilt them back in order for them to stand upright. There we go. And now this we have kind of like an older, this looks like a World War II type of Mustang fighter plane here. And this is a really, really neat design. Definitely one of my favorites. You have like this dragon-looking logo on the side there. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but very, very cool. You got this crazy purple design going on the wings with the green on the tips. The same design duplicated on the back there. The green up front by the propeller. You have the red cockpit. You have the missiles on the bottom underneath of the wings. And the little propeller even spins. Not very well, but it does turn around. So this is a really, really cool looking plane, and there's just so much detail going on here. This is so fun. Definitely, aside from the orange one, this is definitely my favorite out of the series. So very cool. Oop. Plane crash. Like I said, these guys are unbelievably hard to balance. Alright, and the next one, this is another fun one too. Kind of reminds me of the first one. Like I said, this is a duplicate one that I have here. I have two of these. So this one's really neat, I think, because it's kind of the same thing, but I like the green accents on the tip of the wings. Has that same similar camo, the gray and black camo design. Very, very nice, sleek, and stealthy design. Just kind of your typical F-15 fighter jet here. Red cockpit with the green nose cone. And just a really nice, sleek design. I love the little emblems that they put on that. I think that really adds to it. And a very interesting looking little fighter plane. And this one is the same guy. I have a couple duplicates, but I think it's funny because his back fin is a little bent. You can kind of see that there, where it's a little bent. So it looks like he's gotten into a few skirmishes and lived to tell the tale. Unfortunately, with his damaged tail. Alright, let's put him back there. And now this guy is huge. Very, very unique looking. Same type of design as that other one, but very, very cool. Just like a straight arrow or a needle. Very, very long plane with that purple tiger striping camo and the green on the tips of the wings. And just look at this very, very long, odd-shaped plane. Very, very cool. The green nose cone, the red cockpit, and just really, really interesting. This one's probably the hardest one to balance just because all the weight is in the front, so it'll like always tip over. But a very, very cool looking plane in this collection as well. And then, of course, this is the same plane that I showed earlier, but this gives you an idea of what it looks like if you take it just off its peg. And I think that these would look really good in, like, Micro Machine City or whatever. You could just put these, like, right at the airport, and they would pretty much blend in, and you wouldn't really know that they're Micro Machines. So, you know, this was a smart idea, you know, by them to cash in on the Micro Machines, you know, craziness that was going on at the time. And unfortunately, it just didn't fare well for them, and this line of toys is pretty much known as a complete and utter failure, but they're still really interesting. And then this is the ring without the peg by itself, and then that's kind of what you imagine in the cartoon when they put it on, and then they go, you know, like, the command is in your hands, and put it in the cockpit and everything. So that was the idea with the rings and associating them with the toys. So a kind of a creative concept, but unfortunately it just never caught on. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this very obscure and strange series of toys with the Ring Raiders today. I hope you really liked it and enjoyed it, and I will see you guys back here next time.
Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can follow me at Facebook at King of Retro or Twitter at #8ByteBrian. See you next time.